Hello, crafty friends, and welcome to Oh So Inspired number 12. I am so glad to be here with you tonight. Here in just a little bit, I'll tell you more about what Oh So Inspired is. But until then, I would like to introduce tonight's guest co-host. If you have been around my channel long, you're definitely going to recognize her. Let's give a round of applause to my friend Danni of Danni's Dreams.
And hello.
There she is. I did a few rounds of applause for you, Danni, waiting for you to come on. So glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. I do see lots of familiar names over in the chat. And I had a channel member join tonight right before this, and I have forgotten the name and it disappeared. But thank you so much to my newest channel member, and welcome as well to my other channel members. Now, if you haven't joined us before for Oh So Inspired Live, I'll tell you a little bit about it. Then I'm going to let Danni tell you a little bit about herself. But for now, if you are here with us live, you can submit a sabotage. And that Google, Danni doesn't want you to, that Google form is linked at the top of the chat box, and it is linked in the description box. Now, if you do have the chat open, make sure that at the top it says live chat and not top chat, and then you'll see the latest. If you have questions throughout the night, I know that many of the people in the chat might be able to answer them for you, but if it's something specifically for us, please put our name in all capitals. So when I look up there, I can kind of notice that I definitely need to pay attention to that chat. Because once we get started crafting, we're kind of zoned in down here and we might not see it. So, Oh So Inspired. What we do is my channel members who are die cut and paper trimmer level members can submit up to 3 inspiration pieces each time that we go live. I keep all of those together and only remove them if they've been chosen. But what we'll do tonight is draw one of those, and Danni and I are going to create something new based upon it. Now, it could be like we totally try to recreate it, or it could be we like the color combination. Now, if you want to play along, you can do a video here on YouTube or post over on Instagram. I have some hashtags down in that description box for you to use. So we're going to give you maybe until 6:38, 6:40 to submit that sabotage. And what that is, because I always forget to tell you, Danni doesn't want me to, but I am going to tell you. A sabotage is just something you tell us that we have to do. Now, it could just be, you know what, make a birthday card. It could be use an embossing folder. It could be you cannot use a stamp. So it can be fun like that. It's just something that might throw a wrench into the works. I know, I'm not sure if she's here tonight, but in the past we have had you like could not use scissors. That was a challenge. I think that was what one was, or you had to use your other hand for a little bit. So just something fun. So definitely, if you're here live, channel member or not, you can submit one sabotage for choosing, and we will choose that later after the inspiration piece. But until then, Danni, do you want to tell us, in case they don't know you yet, a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Danni. Also, Danni's Dreams is my YouTube, blog, Instagram, all that jazz. I've been paper crafting for 23, 24 years, been card making for about 17 years. I love to stamp, love to color, love stamps. Yeah, paper, you know, name it. I recently quit my job, so I'm home more, so I create more. And I also have a Facebook challenge group called There's a Stamp for That. I previously had it, and then that's when I was still working, and I couldn't maintain it. So I stopped it, but now that I'm not working, I'm bringing it back, and our first challenge is tomorrow. And we actually have sponsors this year. Our first sponsor is Cat Scrappiness. So I'm super excited about that, and I hope that everyone will come on over and join us. I know that Alicia put the link in the description box below. Other than that, I just am looking forward to having some fun.
Awesome. Now, what is your theme for 2022? Because I think it's going to be a theme that we're going to see often in the crafty world this year.
My theme this year is to spend less and create more. 2020 and 2021, I spent the most I have ever spent on crafting supplies. When I looked at the numbers, I really wanted to just bury my head in the sand, and half the stuff I've never used. So, and I'm not saying I'm not going to go out and buy stuff because I know I will, but I'm going to be a little bit more purposeful in it. And I'm going to really try to use what I have. I don't care if it's current. I don't care if it's trendy, but I'm just going to use what I have and spend less and create more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. If I put like the you're not buying anything on myself, I know then I just want to go and buy more. So, but yeah, definitely I want to use what I have, but I know that I'll also buy a little bit because it's hard not to. I'm trying to see if I saw somebody ask where the sabotage link is. It's in the chat box and in the description box. And like Danni mentioned, her Facebook challenge group is in the description box, as well as her YouTube channel, her blog link, and her Instagram account. So if you don't already follow her on all those, areas, please do that when the night is over. Something else that we will do when the night is over, I know we're talking about spending less and crafting more, but if you do see anything we use tonight that you're like, oh, that looks cool, I want to check it out, we will in the next day or two put some affiliate links in the description box of stuff you can still get. If you're interested, you can check those out. Danni's products will all be her affiliate links and my products will be mine. That just, shows your appreciation if you want to help either of us out. And speaking of helping either of us out, I do have my merch linked in the description box, as well as the link to join my channel membership. And if you watch Sheetload of Cards today, let me go to my overhead camera. If you watch Sheetload of Cards today, you will have seen these cards already. And then the printable that my channel members will get as a bonus this month. So levels start at $1.99 a month, and you always get the bonus printables with that. So I'm thinking maybe later in the month, I might do just different occasions, but that same layout. So if you're ever interested in joining channel membership, I hope you will check that out. All right, let's see if anybody has any questions. I saw somebody has submitted their sabotage. Sorry, so I'm seeing some more. Yes, create more. Awesome. So what time is it? It's 6:40. I think we can go. I think we can go choose it.
Let's do it.
What we'll do now is I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully I'll share the right one. And we will pick, here we are. All right. So here's a look at the form that my channel members submit. And right now I have 62 responses. So we will go into random.org, 1 through 62. And generate to get our inspiration piece. This is always like kind of the nerve-wracking, exciting part of the night. Number 29. All right. Are you ready, Danni, to find out what 29 is?
I'm ready.
Okay. And remember, you can take anything as you want as inspiration. Number 29 was submitted by Rachel. And I don't know if I mentioned it already, but these are submitted by my die cut and paper trimmer level members. Let's see what we're going to take inspiration from. Oh, wow. Okay. That, this is kind of up my alley. What about you, Danni?
I see coloring.
Yes. All right. So now we're going to pick our sabotage, and I got to refresh it and make sure we have them all. All right. We have 10. Let's find out what we have to incorporate. Oh, I should say before I pick this, last live, I suggested one that I thought would be kind of fun for Lisa and I said, you know what, if you want to submit it, next time you can do that. But I will tell you tonight, if somebody did submit that idea and it pops up tonight, that is not going to work with how Danny's craft room is set up. So we will have to do a redraw. But if you were here last time and know what that sabotage was, you can always resubmit it last time. I just wanted to tell you that though before we choose it, so you don't think I'm making up rules. All right, let's find out what our sabotage is. Number 2. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It's Valerie. Valerie must use ribbon bows. All right, I hope I can find some ribbon. How are you feeling about that one, Danny?
My bows are usually knots. I usually don't do bows, but we can see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, right, we don't. Yeah, we'll just have to make it work, won't we? I do want to take a look at the inspiration one more time.
Yeah.
And then let's look here. It's always like nerve-wracking getting started. Where is it at? I lost it. No, okay, so here it is. So we'll take a look at this for a couple minutes. Then what will happen, Danny will go away, get her supplies, and then when she's back, she'll talk about what she got and I'll get mine. In the chat, why don't you let us know what you would take as inspiration from tonight's piece? Again, it can be just the layout. It can be the color combo. It could be, oh, you want to make a tag somehow with a flower on it. It does not have to be recreating this card, but we would love to know what you would do with this. All right, you good, Danny? You think?
I think so.
All right, well, if you want to go ahead and shut off your mic and camera, and you can just come back on when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's the main thing I see tonight. I see where like the spotlight coloring, but where it's just, you know, parts of in the center. And this really is probably something I would do. I do really like it. So I think I'll have fun with it tonight. Thank you for the inspiration, Rachel. Right, it was Rachel, right? Because didn't Valerie do the sabotage? I'm sorry if I got those two mixed up. So what I'll probably look for is a floral set. I think I probably will stick with that. And yeah, just, I mean, kind of recreate the card, but just with my own set and my own sentiments. I don't do a whole lot of coloring, but little areas like this are my jam. I'm going to go see what you guys are thinking. So Teresa would just use flowers. Exactly. You could do that. The spotlight layer. Yes. Oh, Valerie has already cased this card, so she's all good. All right. All right. Now, one thing that I would like to know is if this is your first time joining us live for Oh So Inspired, like if you've been here live with us and not just watching the replay, over in the chat box, put a number 1. We just like to kind of get an idea of how many new friends we have. I'm trying to think. I already told you if you want to play along here on YouTube or Instagram, use those hashtags. We'd love to come see what you make. If you are also in my Facebook group, you're welcome to share a card there that's inspired by it. And ooh, I see those ones rolling in. So glad that you're here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Awesome. Oh, is it, sorry, that my iPad with the messages is pretty far away, so I'm getting new glasses in a couple days. But I think it's Burnett Ryan is new to Oh So Inspired and new to channel membership. Welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, I love seeing all the new people. So
let me see if I can fix it.
There you go, Danny.
Is that better?
Yep, you're right side up now.
Whew. It's always so tricky.
Are you just kind of bringing stuff on right now, or are you ready to talk?
I got the one stamp set that I need. Everything else, I think I'll just have to kind of grab as I go because I don't know, but.
All right. Well, if you're okay, like just maybe showing them the stamp set, I'm going to go try to find something too. Okay. So I'll shut off my screen and have fun.
So it's very well used because I love this stamp set, but it's from Craft and Kimmy, and it's called the Perfect Peony. And yeah, it's very, very well loved. One of my favorite stamps. Is just so pretty to color with or whatever, so I like it. The sentiment on it says, friends are like flowers, they fill the world with beauty. So that's definitely what I'm going to be using tonight. I see Karen says she missed the sabotage. What is it? We have to use ribbon bows. So somehow I will have to do a ribbon bow, which bows are, ribbon's not a problem, but bows, that's definitely a challenge. So that'll be interesting. For those that do not follow me, I absolutely positively love to color. So I'm super excited that I get to color tonight. I will try to make it quick coloring. I use Copic markers usually for my coloring. Let's see. All right, I use Catherine Pooler cardstock for my coloring. I recently discovered it, and I find that the Copic markers really blend easily on it. Move my coffee so I don't have to quit, or I can quit reaching across there. And I use my mini Misty when I have clear stamps. I have the regular size set up for when I use rubber stamps. I find it's just easier that way. It looks like Alicia might be getting back, maybe not.
I was, but I forgot my mic, so I'm over here talking to myself.
Okay.
So I decided I am not going to stamp. I am going to make a winter card and die cut some snowflakes in different cardstocks. But I'm going to do kind of the 2 layers. Let's go ahead, in case you're just joining us, let's go ahead and look at the inspiration piece again, and then my idea might make more sense. So here's our inspiration piece for this evening, which was submitted by Rachel. And instead of stamping and having like a foreground and background, I'm going to use die cut snowflakes, and my gray copies of the snowflakes will be in the background, and then my different shades of blue will be on the top part. So we'll see how that's going to work out. I might have to go later with stamping. So I just got out some Gina K Designs snowflakes that I got, I think, a couple holidays ago. And I might actually use this tag as the foreground part.
I see someone asked me what color I'm going to use for the flower. I haven't decided yet. We'll see as I go. I'm just going to get it inked up and stamped here momentarily using Memento Tuxedo Black ink.
I need a snowy sentiment. I know you probably have some, Danny.
I was going to say, do you want me just to run you over some?
Yeah. The weird thing is, like, I swear I had one just the other day. I have all these piles on my desk. It's probably in one of those. All right, let me look up, see if we have any questions yet. All right. Sorry, it might be quiet here for a little bit as we both try to get our bearings.
Yes. I'm going to take this over and die cut it real quick so that I can have that part that isn't colored. I'll be right back.
All right. I'll try to go through my winter. I thought I had some winter stamps out that would have snow sentiments that might go on this card. But a lot of the ones I'm finding are like, you know, the holidays that just passed. know what? Warmest wishes. Do we think warmest wishes will work? I think that's generic. We can send in the winter, right? While I had my camera overhead, I had it here before, but I didn't talk about it when I had my ship. So I just want to show you this card. And if you watch my video today, you will have already seen it. But Cat Scrappiness released their new Valentine goodies today. And we are having a hop over on Instagram. So if you go over there and hop through all of the design team members and then leave your comment on the Cat Scrappiness account, like it says, you can be entered to win a $25 gift card. So I do have, I did not link it in this video, but make sure to check out the video from earlier today where I show you how I made my card, and the links and more information are there.
So I have mine die cut out. I just used probably my most used dies in my stash. It's the My Favorite Things, the A2 stitched rectangles, stack set 1. All right, so I'm not going to color that section, so I'm going to set it aside. Oh, do I want to do pink or orange? What do we think? Pink or orange?
For your flower.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it, would you like one of those colors better, or?
Pink's my favorite, but
Yeah, I think like my first thought was pink, but maybe I didn't know if I was just biased because I like that better than orange.
and it looks like there's more orange in the chat, so I'm going to do orange.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to have to, well, I can probably do this.
I'm thinking this tag might be too big to do that with. I'm just going to cut a piece that's a little smaller than this.
And I'm going to make my coloring fast, so it's probably not going to be as detailed as I normally do, but I don't want us to be here till midnight either, so.
It will still be leagues beyond what I would do.
I'm gonna have to bring in my light though. My old eyes don't do well with this.
So this piece of cardstock, I'm going to cut to 3.5 by 4 3/4. In case you're wondering later if you want to do the same dimensions.
There we go. I can see.
That's always a good thing.
It is.
I mentioned earlier, I'm getting new glasses. Yeah, my eyes, I can totally tell a difference. And when I went to the eye doctor, he was like, well, this is what your eyes see now, and this is what they'll see with the new glasses. It was like night and day. I cannot wait to get those things. I am going to miss my wood grain glasses, though, that I have now. I will probably get a backup pair.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. You have to remember, I have to remember that ribbon. I have a feeling it's going to like make it on at the last minute.
I have an idea, so hopefully mine will work.
Sorry, I'm cutting off camera. That's why my desktop is shaking. Now, some of you might have already known, but my sister Lisa, who is my usual counterpart on Oh So Inspired, was supposed to join us tonight, and it was going to be the 3 of us. But she is celebrating with my brother for his 50th birthday. So Danny graciously agreed to go ahead and stick with it. If you saw Danny's first time on Oh So Inspired, what'd you have, Danny? Like 3 hours notice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the last minute, my sister couldn't make it, and I did not want to postpone again because it had happened a lot. And jokingly, I'm like, hey, would you like to join me for Oh So Inspired? And she agreed, you guys. And it was seriously just a few hours. I asked her the afternoon of the same day.
But this time I had morning, so.
Yes. This time she's known for a while. But hopefully Lisa will be back with us or with me on the 15th. But I'm hoping that Danni will start to join us more, and maybe we'll find some other friends who will want to join us and give it a try.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
And then they can say no to the sabotage too.
That is just a special one for you. I had my channel member only live earlier this week. That's one of the perks of the 2 higher levels. And we did an Oh So Inspired edition where we picked an inspiration piece that night and crafted. And I think some people found out it's not as, not that we make this look easy, but it's kind of tricky, crafting on the spot like this. So not everybody will agree to say yes. Yes, Danni was quite the trooper coming on last time. And after this live is over, I will link our episode in the description box so you can check it out too. Don't forget to let us know if you have any questions. Oh, and we forgot to tell you at the end of the night, we will do a drawing, and we are going to send our cards out and a small little token of our appreciation to 2 winners. So at the end of the night, we'll draw for those. And the first winner will get to pick whose card they want. And the second winner will get the remaining one. So make sure to stick around if you would like to get some happy mail.
And on that, I will give a little sneak peek on my YouTube channel starting this Thursday. There's going to be Mail Day Thursdays, and I will be mailing out cards every Thursday. So you might want to stop by and check it out.
Awesome. How are you going to tell on Thursday how they get signed up for that?
Yep.
Awesome. That's cool. I like that idea.
And I encourage you all to, I am encouraging everyone to mail at least 1 card a week. But
awesome. You know what? I am probably going to take you up on that because I make all these cards and they don't go anywhere. Let us know over in the chat. Are you good about sending out cards, or do they usually get put in boxes or drawers? And then definitely subscribe to Danni so you can find out about her challenge and her sending out the cards. Okay. Trying to figure out which ones I've already cut 2 of. I don't exactly know how many snowflakes I'll need, but I'm just trying to cut them now, and hopefully I'll have enough. Oh, and I have to remember to cut my gray ones. I almost forgot.
So many things.
I know. Yes, my mom, who is Gloria Jewett in the chat, she does send lots of cards. She is so good about that. We have some people who sell theirs. Jill Mays already. She sends out cards every week.
That's awesome.
Oh, I like to see that people are donating. Awesome. Sorry, we got yeah, let's create more, mail more this year. Use our stash.
All right, that was probably the quickest coloring job I've ever done. But
I was going to say, I think your card's going to be done before mine and all
I
this
know.
die cutting.
All right.
Oh, Karen, that's a good idea.
What did I miss? Limit cards to send to shut-ins. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Brenda, I'm not that great either, at least like now because of my channel members. And I try to send out to people who send in for the end of the month sheet load feature, but I do get to send some out every month to my paper trimmer level members. So that does help me. So when I make cards now for sheet load, I try to think, what could I use for my channel members to send out?
I go in waves. There's months where I send out tons and there's months that I don't. So, oh, my sentiment is too big. So now I have to rethink that. Let me go grab another stamp set real quick.
Where's my?
It's too big.
Okay, now I'm going to cut from my gray, and I'm going to try to get just as many snowflakes as I have here, since I might have one in the foreground and background. Good idea, Crafty, to give them as gifts. I keep seeing cards of cards. Is it cards for kindness? Awesome. Tomorrow, if you watch my sheet load of cards today, tomorrow my collab team will be joining me. And you might have already noticed that Danni has rejoined the team, and we have some other new faces as well. So I hope that you'll check that out tomorrow so you can go see what everyone has made. I still haven't seen anybody's cards, so I'm super excited to hop around and see their creations. Let me know if you have made a January sheet load of cards yet, because I have already heard that some people have gotten started.
I just went over and just grabbed this retired Stampin' Up set that's all things thanks, because I can always use thank you cards.
Yes.
But I see it has one that says you are amazing, so we're going to go with that.
That's a nice card to receive too. Leanne is cutting, but just hasn't put together. Awesome. Oh yeah, Karen, I kind of forgot about that. I haven't shared my process video yet, have I? I don't think though this month that there's really anything special. You know, like some months I'm like, okay, you might want to wait to make the cards because this is tricky. But I think this month is pretty straightforward. And
it is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, like I don't think there's anything special. But I forgot to say that if you haven't already watched this month's sheet load, Danni inspired the sketch as well as a Mojo Monday. So it's a little extra special too. Yeah, I think this die cutting is taking longer than your card's going to take, Danni.
Probably.
Hopefully it will go much faster once I have everything on there.
So I will share a little tip. When using rubber stamps, sometimes it's very hard to see where they're going to stamp. So I got this, what is it called? Like quilters template. Let me find the package. Yeah, clear template passbook. I got it like at Michael's or Joann's or whatever.
Yeah.
It's in like the quilting section. So you can lay it over your MISTI or your stamping platform. You can put your stamp down. And then you can stamp on it. See where it's going to be, if you need to adjust or not, and then it doesn't mess up your cardstock.
Awesome. Does it have a grid on it, Danni? Did I see?
Yeah, it does. Mine's come off because I've used this sheet so much, but it does have a grid on it. So
I think, yeah, that looks like something good. I might have to look into that because I wanted to get something so I know if my sentiment's straight, you know, because it's hard to, of course, you can't see the grid until you put it on. That seems like a super good idea.
Yeah, so I like doing that. That way you're not messing up your creation. And then I just wipe it off with a baby wipe and it's ready to go. And I'm using some Craft and Kimmy ink here, Tempting Tangerine, because it was easy to grab.
Oh, and as I am making all these snowflakes, let us know over in the comment section if you were in one of the areas that got snow. Why don't you put a 5 if you got snow today? I mean, it's pretty to look at, but I'm not too crazy about it. Danny, how do you feel about snow?
I love snow. I'm so happy because this is the first snow we've had this year, really. Well, obviously this year, but this winter, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
And I like the cold weather. It's a little bit beyond cold out there right now, though. It was like -23 with the wind chill. That's a little bit cold for me, but no, I love winter and I love the snow. So
Yeah, I knew that and I had to set it up. That's one thing that we're going to have to agree to disagree on. Yeah, I mean, it's fine if you can stay inside, but I do not like going out in it. So, oh, we have some other people in the snow too. Yeah, Mom, I 7.5 inches. I don't know how much we got, but I don't think it was that much.
Sam went out, my husband went out and shoveled, and he said it was actually more than what it looked like because of the wind. It had drifted and stuff. So he said it was probably a good 2 to 3 inches, which isn't a ton, but.
I see there's another tornado in Kentucky. Oh my goodness. I will definitely take snow over tornadoes and that's, and you know, all those silly strong winds that we get here in Nebraska. I would definitely take snow over that. Oh, Lisa's here. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Are you in between games or we were just talking about you? Oh, hopefully you'll be back on the 15th. Oh, I will share. Lisa wants to see the inspiration, so I'm going to try to switch over. I'll stop die cutting snowflakes for a second. All right, let's go look at the inspiration. That's for anybody else. Oh, Danny, it's looking great. I just finally got to look up at yours. Let me go share this. So here is the inspiration. What game is up next, Lisa? Or what games have you played? All right. One more snowflake to die cut. I'm almost done. And I just cut the wrong snowflake.
Now you have one for another project.
That is true. I was going to recycle that with the rest of it looks like I have a hurricane here. I will recycle that and use it. I mean, I will not recycle it. I will use that. If I was making a shaker, I'd have all these fun little bits to put in my shaker window. Oh, John-Yell, you have not done a sheet load before? I hope you will give one a try. You've been around here for so long that surprises me.
Okay, that is too short. I need to cut it one longer.
Lisa, are you saying something about me or is that the name of a game? Hoping that's the name of a game. Oh yeah, and our sabotage tonight is we have to use a ribbon bow. Now my mom, if you ask her, she just loves ribbon on a card, don't you, Mom?
This is my favorite ribbon ever too. I think it was Valerie, I said. Yeah. I love this ribbon and it's getting
pretty
low, but.
Welcome, Biddy Penny. Happy New Year. Danny is joining me tonight and we are, well, of course, we're making a card, right? I'll pop up the inspiration here again just a little bit, but I've got to get through these snowflakes. And if you're just now joining us, we will give away our cards at the end of the month and a little gift with it.
End of the night.
Yeah, what did I say?
Month. That's something I would so totally do. So
Yes, at the end of the video tonight, you will not have to wait until the I'm so glad. See, this is why I have to come on here with somebody else, because I don't even know what I say until I rewatch this later. I'm not even kidding. I rewatch later and don't remember anything I said.
well, it's so hard because you get caught up in what you're doing and trying to read the chat and then read and yeah.
All right. Now, instead of stamping like the inspiration, which I will share that again quickly, instead of stamping on my foreground piece, I'm going to try using these die cut snowflakes, and my colorful ones will go on the top, and then my gray copies will go in the background. So we'll see how this will work. I think Danny's going to have to like take the helm here by herself in a little bit.
I had an idea and I went with it.
Yeah. Way to go. I think I need to cut some more off of this. I'm going to cut, some extra off. It was 3.5 inches wide. I'm going to go 3.25 by 4.5, but that does not measure 4.5.
All right. Let's see what this is going to look like.
Is there a football game or something on tonight? Like I'm thinking there is, or was that today? Is anybody watching? Or
Isn't the Rose Bowl today? Because the Rose Bowl parade's usually today.
Yeah, now that you say that, I remember my mom said something about that too. Oh, wait,
White underneath this.
I think I might have cut a few too many snowflakes, but that's okay.
I have them for more projects.
I definitely cut too many. Okay, so I think I'm going to choose one of each style and one of each color. And I have no idea where I'm going to put my sentiment on here.
Turn this down a little bit.
All right. I have to go off camera and I'll probably turn my mic off. I'm going to use my Elmer's Craft Bond since these are so kind of delicate. I don't want to spend 20 minutes putting on my fine tip glue bottle. So I will be back.
Okie dokie. All right. Just wanted that white behind there because I'm going to pop this up and I didn't want that black to kind of show through. So that will be that. And then I always put a piece of cardstock on the inside, especially on dark, like the black cardstock, so that you have a nice place to write your message.
All right, that was a little fumey here.
All right.
I just saw that suggestion about moving this further up. Now I've already put it down, but that probably would have been a good idea.
One's going to go on the inside. I have to say, I've been so proud that you've been doing the insides of your cards, Alicia.
Yeah. You inspired me. Yes, if you've noticed, I have been trying to stamp on the inside or add pattern paper on the inside, and that is because of my friend Danny. She is very good about that.
Alicia, they want to know what was the name of that spray glue.
Oh gosh, let me get it here. I found it because of Kathy Zilski. It's just Elmer's Craft Bond. Like just about any place, any craft place, even I think Walmart sells it. But let me tell you, do it in. I have I don't know if I showed this, but I put my stuff in this box and sprayed in there. But definitely make sure you're not in an enclosed space. It's a little messy and it stinks. All right, I'm just tacking this down so I have an idea of where I need to put my snowflakes at. Like maybe I'll do kind of a hinge. And I think for the background snowflakes, I'm not going to use this since I will only, oh gosh, that's not much hanging off. You know, I only have a little bit hanging off, so maybe I'll just tack that part with some art glitter glue. Oh, Danny, I don't know if this is the route I should have went.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm trying. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, guys, I think I might have just messed this up. I I don't think they'll be running to choose mine as a winner.
Yes, they will. It'll be fine.
So I'm going to just try to focus on the ends here, what will be hanging or what will be showing outside, and then add a little extra. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to get it right behind that one on the top, but this was definitely a better idea in theory. Because, yeah, I should have had that hang off more, I think.
Or when you're not like trying to create it very quickly.
That is true. Maybe it would have, yeah. If I had more time, that might help as well.
That one too. Oh.
Yes, Brenda, definitely a well-ventilated area. It still is kind of cloudy around here.
Carmen, I also decorate my envelopes once in a while, but I sometimes forget because I make so many cards and I don't want to have to store the envelopes with them. But now that I'm going to be mailing more out, maybe I'll start decorating the envelopes as well.
Okay, one more.
Okay. Then
I think my white piece is totally crooked.
I'm choosing not to acknowledge if mine is or is not.
Okay. You know what's going to be? Oh, my card was a top fold card base. I'm like, you know what's going to be really funny is if I did this on here and it's not right.
Then I'm adding some sparkle. I've used this so much, I think that the name's worn off. It's a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. So I'm just adding it to the center, and then I will grab out some gems to put on probably. Just so it has a little sparkle. My challenge group is on Facebook, Carmen, and Alicia has it linked in the description box. And that's awesome that you decorated your Christmas envelopes, Karen.
Sorry, I'm kind of out of the chat for a minute. I need to.
I know. That's why I was
this out.
trying to.
Thank you for.
Because for once, I'm on top of it. Sort of ish.
Let's say you're usually more on top of it than me. All right. You know, I think I'm just gonna have to call this good. It's probably not gonna be perfectly aligned, but all right.
I'm using some Doodlebug Mini Jewels Follow assortment I've had in my stash forever to add some bling. And I'm not the best at adding bling, so you can laugh along with me.
Why? What do you mean there?
I have the worst time at like placing it. I always think it looks like a kindergartner did it, but I still do it anyways.
I saw a video. I think it was last week. The channel name is Ink Hill Revival, and she did a whole video on like placing gems and embellishments, and a lot of it did make sense. So I have been trying to incorporate her tips these past few cards, and yeah,
I'll have to check her out. And I think mine's done.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Yes, Karen, definitely dig out those gems that are in your stash. I was impressed. I don't think I did share those cards. I found these little itty bitty teeny rhinestones and pearls in my stash. And I don't know where they came from or how long I've had them, but oh my goodness, they are so tiny and so fun. Here they are. They're just the littlest things, but I've been having the most fun adding those to cards.
That does look fun. I should probably put my ribbon around this before I adhere it down.
Karen, are you talking about like my mailing address? If you want that, I would prefer that you just send me an email and I can share it that way. Because I'm not going down the post office box quite yet.
Yeah. I hear you on that one. Okay, let me find some ribbon, which this might be hard, guys.
You can do it. You can do it.
I have a lot of twine, but not really so much ribbon. I got rid of a whole bunch.
I keep saying that I'm going to get rid of my ribbon, but I don't because I don't use it, but maybe I'll start. Who knows? So I have 2 great big baskets full of it.
Yeah, I used to, in my old craft room, I had these pretty glass jars and I displayed all my ribbon in it, but really I just used it for decoration. So I found some like seam binding stuff that I had in my stash here. I think
Thank you for the compliments, everyone, on my card.
Yes. Oh, okay, I'll do that later, Valerie. Valerie suggested reading off other sabotage ideas just so people can get an idea. Yeah, whenever I say every time you can submit a sabotage, it is kind of confusing, but they're just fun little things for us. Man, there's a lot of white on this card.
It's all good. It looks cool. I'm embracing.
Let me see your, okay, there. I want to see your bow. All right.
Well, no, let's not look at the bow. It's not the prettiest, but
I wonder if I should figure out.
I have a bow easy, I think it's called, but I'd have to look up the instructions to use it. So that's why I didn't get it out.
Yeah, I have one of those too. And exactly, I haven't used it in probably a decade and no idea how to use it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to cut my sentiment in 2 pieces. Okay. I got to get it done, don't I? Like it just, I need to go for it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yep. And I think I'm just going to adhere down just a strip of ribbon and then tie my bow around it, if that makes sense.
I thought about doing that, but I just went for doing it this way.
Is my bows are not, I will not be winning any awards for my bows.
Teresa, I think that I'm with you. Sometimes I can get that bow easy to work, but most of the time I just put it away and I do a knot.
Knots are up my alley too. So this was a little bit of a sabotage tonight for both of us.
Alicia, Karen wants to know, can the paper trimmer level come to your craft room and shop? I like those big containers of stamps and ribbon.
Karen, if you can get yourself here, I'll let you pick something out of my craft room to take home.
You could even come over to mine and pick something out too.
Yes, and then we'll go to Danny's.
Although I'd have to really, really think about it. But yes, I do have a pile of stuff that needs to go to a new home. It's probably going to be prizes for, there's a stamp for that.
Good idea. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. I think this might be like Lisa has finished before me some before, but I don't think this early. And here, Danny, I really thought, oh, Danny's coloring. I'll definitely finish before her.
Yeah, but I didn't like really go into detail on the coloring. It's pretty basic. So I guess I should have. I just didn't think I should.
No, I think you had the perfect idea and trying not, keep it simple. Here we go.
You might want to pack some warm things if you're coming right now, Karen, because it's, I think, negative 23, 25 out there.
Yes, it's awful out. We're trying to figure out when is the latest we can clean off the sidewalk and driveway because it's freezing for a while. Oh, and if you were on the channel member live last week, let me know if you remember what tomorrow was in my house. What special thing was I looking forward to if you were there and you remember? Because I have kind of a funny story about that. I probably shouldn't be telling stories. I should probably be focusing on my card. But, oh my goodness. Can I just give up on this bow? Oh man.
Yeah, Karen, I would wait if you're not a fan of cold weather. I would definitely wait. And like this week, it's not going to be much warmer. So I think winter finally has arrived here.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, this bow is looking so bad. I don't even know if I can fix this.
I think Teresa probably guessed it, Alicia. She said some kind of play to go to.
Yeah. So yes, exactly. And so tomorrow we're going to see Dear Evan Hansen, and we were supposed to see it right before the world shut down. It was seriously like 4 days after. And my daughter was bummed. I was bummed, and it came back this season. And for months now, I've been looking forward to it. And earlier today, I said to my family, I'm like, what is tomorrow? I'm like, I think there is something on January 2nd that I should know about that like is planned. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just, the new sheet load team is sharing. And my husband is like, you really don't know what tomorrow is. And he'll sometimes say that to me, like jokingly. I'm like, no, he's like, you really don't. They had to remind me that Dear Evan Hansen was tomorrow. I completely forgot. And I would have been so bummed if we had forgotten it. All right, I got to figure out this sentiment. Let me know. No, it's not Hamilton, Susie Q. Let me know in the chat box if you've seen Dear Evan Hansen. The theater version. I've seen the movie one too. Okay. I gotta try to figure out my sentiment. I'm just gonna try to sneak it in there. Yeah, Carmen, I forgot that I was going. All right, should I try this? Now, if I stamp this on there and it goes wrong, I might lose my mind.
I was gonna say it. Oh, they look so pretty without it though too. You could put it on the inside.
It's true. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. And I'll do that before I send it out. So I'll just go ahead and pop this up. That's a good idea. I will put that on the inside because it was like I had just barely any room there to fit it. That's a good idea, Danny. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me just pop this up. I'm gonna use my kids' craft foam again. This stamp set is just one I got a few years ago at Joann. Like it was only $2.49. They used to have kind of more seasonally themed stuff. I just got it there. It's not the best quality. What is that? It's not photopolymer. It's the other stuff that when you stamp it, it squishes down. I can't think of what it's called.
Is ATG cheaper than score tape? I have never compared them. I go through so much adhesive. The ATG is just more convenient for me. I do have both. You tend to use the score tape just on like projects, but I feel that the ATG might be cheaper. I'm not sure. What about you, Alicia? Have you ever compared them?
Oh gosh. You know, last year I did a my favorite crafty things, and I don't know that I compared it to score tape, but I definitely compared it to like tape runners. And this is like a fraction of the cost if you buy those little refillable tape runners. But, you know, I can't remember how much these are, but like the plastic thing itself is a little pricey to get started, but I think it's less plastic that we're throwing away each time. Like inside, there's just a little piece of plastic.
And I mean, like I've had this, the gun itself, probably what, 10, 12 years maybe or something. So it definitely lasts.
Yes. Yeah. I've had mine at least that long too. Yeah. And there's a little bit of a learning curve to get used to it, but I think it's definitely been worth it.
Definitely. And then you use it so long that you're kind of all thumbs when you use anything else.
Yeah. When I try to use the little tape runners, I can't get the angle right, so it will come out. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta try to concentrate here a little bit and get this in place. All right. Diane said they're $40. And, I bet you can get these in big box stores. I'm wondering if you can use like coupons on it too and get it a little cheaper.
Yeah.
But both Danny and I get our tape from Tape Jungle. It's not the official. Well, Danny, do you get the official Scotch brand?
No, I don't. I used to order from another place, and I used to get acid-free tape runners because I used it in scrapbooking, and those are a lot more pricey. But then I decided that I wasn't doing scrapbooking, so I switched to the non-acid-free ones that are a lot cheaper. But I have to say, I went to Tape Jungle because Alicia recommended it. And I messed up 2 orders recently, and they fixed it like overnight, and they have been wonderful. Excellent customer service and prices.
Yeah, and what I do normally is my mom, my sister, and I, we split like 144, and it is so cheap at that point. Like if I make a sheet load, I could probably go through almost a whole roll of tape. So for me, it is definitely worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, score tape is stronger. Like I said, I use it when I make like 3D projects or definitely if you use like embossing like panels or whatever, that would definitely, but I'm like Alicia, I make when you do the sheet loads, you go through so much. And then since I'm not working anymore, I'm crafting so much. I mean, I go through so much adhesive. The score tape would drive me bonkers, I think.
Yeah. Here, I just told you that I watched Ink Hill Revival tell us how to place gems, and I am totally not even taking any advice, but I gotta just get it on
And Leanne, that's true. I mean, everyone has their preference. If you like the small tape runner or liquid glue, that's perfectly fine. I just personally like the ATG.
And I just personally like cheap. I think Danny knows that. Like I'm always saying, oh, I wouldn't pay for that.
Yes.
Like I will not pay for any services if I can do it on my own, for free. All right, guys, I think, yeah, I'll stamp a sentiment on the inside. And if you do get my card, don't hold it straight, kind of hold it at an angle so it looks straight. But so Danny, okay, now this is the time of the night, Danny, where I'm
Yes.
gonna have you hold your card closer to the camera and start talking. I'm gonna turn it on big, and then when you're done, you can be like, okay, tell me about yours, Alicia. Then I'll know when I can talk. Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right, hopefully I can do this. I'm gonna stand up so I can see my camera. So there's mine. Hopefully you can see like the sparkle in the center there. And I got that bow on there. All right, Alicia.
All right. All right. Well, I don't know that I'm going to hold mine quite as close as Danny's. Why am I not popping up bigger now? What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh, no, there I am. Okay. So I won't hold mine quite as close as what Danny has done. But here is a look at mine. I will stamp the sentiment on the inside with my Misty later. Here's a look at that. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our inspiration piece in case you came in late. And that way you'll kind of get an idea of where we were going with our projects tonight. And here we are. So this is the inspiration piece that we used. And our sabotage was to use a ribbon bow, which that really threw me off tonight. But it wasn't even like a mean one.
I keep fidgeting with it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. All right. So there's a look at that. Yeah, Roberta, that probably would have been a good idea. It's easy to like, this is how I would do it. But then when you're in the middle of this, you're like, okay, I have to get this done.
And for everyone that is seeing, that is my cat, Alyssa. I warned Alicia that she would probably be here. She has been the biggest brat tonight. She's been in the fridge. She's been all over everywhere. So that is Alyssa.
Thanks for joining us, Alyssa.
The name of the magnetic board is the Make Arts, Wendy, I can't say the last name, the Make Art Station. I love it, especially like stenciling because it's magnetic. It has the grid. I've used it so much that my grid is no longer there, but I absolutely love this. I will definitely link it when I get a list to Alicia.
Awesome. All right, Danny, do you want to go ahead and go off camera and then come back on when you're forward facing?
If I can get Alyssa to move, yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and change my camera. There is me this evening. Well, that was like, I loved that inspiration, but it was a challenge. I think hindsight 2020, I should have probably just went ahead and stamped and did some easy coloring. So I don't know. I might have to redo this card before I send it out to the person who wins mine. But once Danny comes back on, we will talk about how we're going to choose a winner. This is not something that is easy or streamlined, so it does get a little bit less pretty here when I'm picking that. But what will happen is we'll use that same random number generator, and the first winner will get to pick whose card they want, and the second winner will get the other one. Danny and I will send you our card with a little gift inside of it. It usually takes me a week or so. I go to the post office usually every Friday. But yeah, I get it out as fast as I can, but it will make it.
Mine is out on Thursday.
Yeah. Is that your mail day?
That's going to be my new mail day.
Right. That's right. Because you're actually mailing out. Yes. So what I need you to do is in the chat. Oh no, there goes Danny. Oh, are you Danny? Danny, are you okay? Are you okay, Danny? Hopefully I don't get copyright stricken for that. All right. I said, Danny, are you okay? Okay. So over in chat, I want you to stop chatting for a little bit. Okay. Like do not just stop, because this is really confusing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my computer, which I'll look a little odd. I am going to, once everybody has stopped chatting, what I'll do is put in, let's say, go. Now, if you would like to be entered to win our cards, I want you to one time type the word yes. So just one time, don't chat about anything else right now until I type the word stop in the chat box, okay? So type yes just one time over there. We'll give you a couple minutes to do that. I'll come back so I can see what I look like in the camera.
They're going crazy.
Yes. I need to recruit somebody to count all these and do the list. It's crazy. So what I'll do, once I have typed stop, I copy and paste the chat into a notepad document. I count how many people there are that said yes, and then we'll choose the winner. So it's not the most graceful thing, but it gets the job done. So we'll give another 30 seconds or so for it to calm down and everybody gets their one yes in. And then I think we're done. I'm going to go ahead and type the word stop. And now I will go, Danni, I don't know if you want to if you can ask, field some questions, or I don't know.
They can ask me whatever they want. Sure. I could show a sneak peek of my sheet load for tomorrow.
Ooh, that would be good.
Does anyone want to see a sneak peek of my sheet load for tomorrow?
Just don't type in yes. Type sure or great or something.
Yeah.
All right.
How long have I been
crafting? Go ahead and put Denise Lothrop into the drawing. So she'll be counted, but she was after the word stop.
I've been crafting for about 24 years. I started with scrapbooking. I've been making cards for about 17. Let me go grab one of my cards real quick and I'll give you a sneak peek. So there's going to be a super, super duper quick one because I really want you to see it tomorrow, but there's one of them. There's one of them. And there's one of them. There we go.
Awesome. All right. I think I am. Okay. So yes, somebody was right. It was 34 people until Denise was just a little bit after I typed stop. So I'm going to share my screen again, and our random generator will be between 1 and 35. The first winner will choose whose card they want. And don't worry, I'm not going to be offended when you choose Danny's.
Yours is fine. Yours is so pretty.
Okay. Our first winner is, I don't even know if, okay, I might have already hit generate, but I can't remember if I did. So we're going with this, and it is number 12. So I don't even know if I can share this next screen. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I can. All right. So number 12, we're going to go to the top. 12 is Vicky Reuter. So Vicky, over in the chat box, let me know if you would like Danny's or mine. Vicky, I do not think that I have your address. So if I do not have your address after this is over tonight, my email address is in the description box. Just send it to me and tell me whose card that you won. And then I will get your address to Danni if you got hers. And of course, if
she wants yours.
Thanks, Vicky. Thanks for taking one for the team, Vicky. All right, let's go. We'll go back. So yeah, just email me your address. I have to go back to the random generator. Okay. So we're going to just generate again. Oh, number 13. Lucky number 13. So just the one right under Vicky. That will be easy. Don't even have to recount. So underneath Vicky was Janie Westcott. So I will need both of your mailing addresses. Please send me those if you can within 24 hours, just so I can get that to Danni in time. All right. Let's go back to our beautiful faces. Here we are. So we have our winners. Thank you, Danni, again for joining me.
Thanks
Thank you
for having
all
me.
of you for stopping by. Do not forget to check out all of our links in the description box. Tomorrow we'll both be back with our sheet load videos. And yeah, I know that I've seen yours, Danni, but I didn't even get to see your peek because I was off working. Yes, 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 the piggy. Yes, the piggy. Yeah. All right. So thank you again for joining us. If we'll be back in 2 weeks, I'll be back with my sister, and we'll definitely have Danni back on. Maybe we'll get another guest. There might be somebody over in chat who we're trying to talk into getting set up so she can join us. And yeah, I think I feel like I'm ending it too quickly. Is there anything else? I think that's it. So okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Well, thank you again for joining us. And until next time, I hope you're having a crafty